Today, the FBI dealt yet another blow to the idea that they are targeting only Republicans by potentially closing in on yet another major Democratic leader. New York City Mayor Eric Adams. FBI agents raided the home of a top Adams ally, his chief fundraiser, Brianna Suggs. According to the New York Times, Suggs is, quote, deeply entwined with the mayor in the advancement of his agenda, with his campaign having paid her nearly $100,000 over the past 2 years. Times reports that Suggs was questioned during the raid by agents from one of the FBI's public corruption squads. Details are limited at this moment, but it's clear the mayor thinks it's a really big deal. How do we know? Because he canceled a day of high-level meetings with senior Biden administration officials at the White House about New York City's migrant crisis. He rushed back to New York after he was already on his way to D.C. The mayor had even posted a video on social media from the plane talking about how important these meetings were in D.C.
We headed to D.C. to meet with our congressional delegation and the White House to address this real issue, the asylum and migrant issue in our city, and we'll keep you updated as the day goes.
Instead, after news of the FBI investigation became public, an Adams spokesperson put out a rush statement that said Adams was heading back to New York to, quote, deal with a matter. He's canceling on the White House after months of pleading for their help on the migrant crisis. You know it is serious. But this is yet another example of the FBI going after a high-profile Democrat. Bob Menendez, the New Jersey senator, was recently charged by the feds along with his wife in connection with a bribery and influence scheme. We've talked about former Democratic Congressman T.J. Cox of California, arrested last year, now facing up to 20 years. Karen Carter Peterson, former head of the Louisiana Democratic Party. Former Tallahassee mayor and Florida gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum, all charged with fraud over the last 24 months, the result of FBI investigations. So the far right can go on Fox News and repeat the phrase two-tiered justice system, and we will keep trying to bring them back to the realities on the ground. We just need to stop unfairly disparaging law enforcement in this country. And that applies to both local and federal by both sides. I trust the FBI had good reason to be there, but I don't know enough about it. So let's ask Joe Anuta. He's a senior reporter from Politico's New York office. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so what more do we know about this and about the person whose home was actually raided?
Well, after the initial story came out, we had confirmed the FBI was there at the home of Brianna Suggs this morning. There were some witnesses that we talked to who, saw agents moving boxes out, all the stuff you would associate with what an FBI raid looks like. Later in the day, actually, the New York Times had reported that they got a hold of the warrant that was used to, gain access to the house. And it contained some very extraordinary details that we're still trying to learn more about. Namely, they are looking for signs that the Eric Adams campaign in 2021, which is the campaign he ran for to become mayor, was colluding with the Turkish government.
Wow.
How exactly this works, I think, is still very unclear to a lot of people. It's not an allegation I don't think I or anyone else expected. But essentially what the agents had laid out was that they're looking for signs that the campaign was sort of funneling donations from foreign nationals in Turkey through a construction company in a sort of straw donor scheme to then get the money to the campaign. And they're looking for evidence that maybe the campaign had tried to give something back to these Turkish officials and foreign nationals and people in this construction company. I mean, Dan, it's just totally wild.
So it's fair to say, though, that for Adams to cancel his meetings at the White House, it had to be a really big deal to him?
It's an extraordinary thing to do, to be, as you said before, to be already in D.C., meeting with the White House on really what is the top issue for city government right now. It's probably the thing the mayor talks about more than anything else on a daily basis. He's criticized other people for not going to Washington to do enough to try and get, funds, work authorization for migrants out of the federal government. Now he has his chance with two other big city mayors who are there as a sort of coalition, a show of force, and to back out really at the last minute. I mean, it's just an extraordinary thing to do. I think it's absolutely evidence that this is a very big deal.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.